This is for those of us that love the big, and I told you, my shoulders are starting to hurt. I am like, you know, I swoon over big bags, Patricia. So this is the Paris, but this is the large satchel. This is her big sister. It is on a special price today, because typically it's $229.75. It's a retail approximately of $300. We're at $198. $66. I mean, basically $2 a day, $2 and change a day for the next 3 months to own this. Here is a very unique coral multi. We also have anchored in navy. If you love a beautiful print, something fresh, it's so inspiring. This is Positano Lemons. And then we also have it available, oh, by the way, a dozen in the Coral Multi. And then we also have it available for you in the Cognac Croco. Patricia Nash, this is very inspired. I know a lot of people pay thousands of dollars for a bag that looks like this, right? It's crazy, it's a fortune. Ain't nothing different. In fact, a lot of your bags are being made in the same tanneries with the same artists, right? And so look at what we've got available for you. Very, very limited, 140 total. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, that one happens to be a hand-burnished croc. But this is your really classic large Paris satchel. This is that classic satchel that you saw during the 50s and 60s and 70s. You saw it on the runways in Paris and London and Milan. You saw it in New York. It was that big status symbol satchel. So if you're a woman or you know someone that loves an oversized satchel, that's why we call it large, because it is a large. It could hold it, you know, an iPad in there. It can hold just folders, just everything you need. But look at how beautiful it is. It's got a great drop on it. So if you want to hold it on your shoulder, you can do that. You don't have to just have it on the crick of your arm. And it's just a real status classic shape. And I love that we have it in that croc. You know, that croc is all hand stained, Leslie. So first, that's my own croc. I designed that. It took me several years to perfect that because I wanted it soft. You know how sometimes when you buy a croc bag, it's really hard and it feels kind of, just doesn't feel really fun. This is soft, and over time it'll just get soft. And it's all hand burnished, so you'll see all the highs and lows on that is done by hand staining across that full hide. So it's top grain leather, it's embossed with this croc imprint, and then it's hand burnished, and then there's a finish put over the top of it. Isn't it gorgeous?
Gorgeous.
It looks just like that high-end luxury bag that you would buy in Europe. I promise you. It looks just like that.
Okay, so it's 13.5 in length, about 6 inches wide, and then about 10.5 high with the 10-inch handle straps, okay? So you can absolutely go ahead and put that over your shoulder. I want to show you the inside of the bag because I know that so many of you love to take the tour. So Patricia, you want to walk us through, because you know, lots of pockets, lots of organization in these bags.
Yeah, so look at your hand is gone. You know, it's very deep down. It goes all the way from side to side to the bottom of the bag.
On both
sides.
It's
the same on the other side.
Right.
So the only difference is one tassel in the charm is hanging on the front. When you open it up, it has a real generous mouth on it, and it opens down the bag. So when you open it up, look, it has that same organization of that smaller version we showed earlier.
That's right.
But with a main compartment in the center with that zip wall and the elastic pockets, and then you have both on each side. So you can almost have like your office on the exterior compartments. If you're a professional real estate person, maybe you're a teacher, maybe you know you're still going to school, maybe whatever. You look at all that organization on it, and then that center compartment that has elastic pockets on that one side, like we talked about, and that secure zip wall on the other side.
Yeah.
So it's just got all the organization you could possibly dream of.
Certainly the largest in the hour. So if you're like me and you do appreciate a big bag, this is it, you guys. Notice it's got the feet on the bottom, all of it hand burnished and finished beautifully. The Croco is the #1 seller. The coral is fun. And tell us about that front panel, Patricia, because, you know, it's definitely, it's like a woven design. It's got the texture to it and all the prettiest, almost like sherbet colors, right?
It is. That is a woven from the north of Spain. Again, that's a family that my family now, my daughter works with them. She has for the last 3 years. They love, we just finally saw them for the first time after 2 years, a few weeks ago. And they weave these beautiful patterns for us out of the most amazing fabrics. This happens to be a raffia that they wove, that has been woven out of that, but it's seamless. You can't even see how they change from one color to the next. It's hard to figure out how they even do it. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's something now that people are carrying year round, so you don't have to worry like, is this a summer bag? No, it just has beautiful color. Embrace it. We hand cut these as well. All of them are hand cut from top grain vegetable tan leather. We emboss the logos just like they did with that old-fashioned machine. We burn all the edges because we're hand cutting all that leather, and you've got that full grain leather with that raw leather. You burnishing like we were talking about with the croc, how we hand burnish it, that's exactly how we do it. And in this strap, that was all twisted rope in this parasatchel. So that is all twisted by hand. Then they stretch the leather over it, sew it with a single stitch machine, and then burn all that raw edge on it. So that, I mean, can you believe this is all craftsmanship that's happening today the same way it did decades ago and a century ago now. I mean, we're getting close to that time period. So a beautiful piece of art. Look at that croc. Just
my
amazing.
Goodness, if you want the croc, please place your order as quickly as you can. Look, do it for yourself. Maybe this is your gift for yourself. Maybe you've had a year, right? Like a lot of us. Maybe it's your mommy's gift. This is for mama. I always buy myself one gift every single year. That's what you treat yourself to, because you know what? These are bags that are not just for a season. They really last a lifetime. They're that well made. And so, like I said at the beginning of the show, cognac's now sold out. Thank you so much for your purchases. I said it at the beginning of the show, Patricia, we all have handbags. We love our handbags. We love our collections. But when you are really like a connoisseur of handbags, when you want next level, when you love the history of it, right? The story about the silhouette, when it came about and all that good stuff, and you love these vintage inspired bags, maybe like Patricia, you grew up watching your grandmother close her little satchels or the kiss lock. Treat yourself today. It really is special, and it makes you feel special.